What's going on, you guys? Let me fix this up a little bit. Alright. I'm back to talk about some interesting topics. Now I already did. First of all, saying, how y'all doing? Alright. Y'all know me. MMA Blaze, MMA Genius. Whatever y'all see fit to call me, you know what I always say, just as long as you mention me with MMA in it, right? Alright, cool. Glad to be back. About to do another video. Now, I already did a video on this fight, but obviously the fight is getting closer, and I've been doing some I've been kind of looking at these fighters. I always look at fighters when fights is coming up close. Even though I've seen it already, I just go back and look at fights all the time. And in my first prediction, my prediction is almost pretty much the same, but it's changed just in a few areas. But in my first prediction, I had Cain Velasquez just annihilating Brock Lesnar in every part of the game. But obviously, come on, man, a guy that big, you can't count him out, and you got to give him a chance. He is the heavyweight champion, even though I don't think he's the most skilled in the world. Some people hate when I say that because they just love Brock so much. I don't care, man. Hey, I don't have anything against Brock. I like him, but to me, Brock is just not the most skilled in the world. He's got to where he needed to be. I congratulate him on that. And that's where it is. We call him the baddest man on the planet, the best heavyweight in the world, the best heavyweight of all time. It's just bullshit. So, yeah, here we go, man. We're gonna get into it. Like I say, man, Brock Lesnar did a good job his last fight with Shane Carl. We're not gonna talk too much about that. I just want to point some things out that I think we all noticed. Brock, he doesn't have the most intelligent way of defending strikes. Okay, when Brock Lesnar, he didn't really do too bad in all his other fights against like Frank Mir and Randy Couture and Heath Herring and stuff like that, because has Brock Lesnar fought anybody else besides them? Recently, I mean, I know he's fought Shane Carwin, but he's fought Frank Mir. Man, before Frank Mir just turned into the animal that he is. He's always been great at jiu-jitsu, but his stand-up hasn't been as good as it is now. And to me, Randy Couture, he's been knocked out, by light heavyweights. He's Randy Couture is a good fighter, but he's way smaller than Brock. And man, and Heath Herring, he's never been that good to me. So man, I guess we could say Brock Lesnar is the best heavyweight of all time. I guess we can. But yeah, man, like I said, man, I just think that Brock Lesnar doesn't have the most intelligent way of defending himself. Like I say, it could have been just a mistake. Could have been a lot of punches coming his way, but still, I don't disagree the way he kind of the way he acted when he got hit. By a guy who really had some power. He before Shane Carl could even really tag him with anything. He hit him, he glimpsed him, but he probably knew the power was coming. He felt it coming. He panicked and he don't hit me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, call it what you want, but I don't think that any MMA fighter should react like that after getting hit, let alone be the heavyweight champion in the world. That was just bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying? So, like I say, Brock, just work on that right there, man. And like I say, Brock's I commend him for sticking in there and coming back and winning by the submission. But Brock Lesnar really won by the submission because Shane Carwin was pretty tired. But anyways, enough about that fight. I want to say that if Cain Velasquez is smart and he goes in there and he tries to wrestle with let's just say he goes in there and he tries to use his speed to his advantage, like he's been saying, and and picking Brock apart, and like I can say, I can see Cain Velasquez trying to get a unanimous decision or a split decision. Anyway, I can see him getting a decision against Brock. I don't really see him knocking Brock out, but anything could happen. But if he goes in there too early and tries to go in there and pick Brock apart too early, what's going to end up happening? Okay, Cain has been rocked before by Congo, and Congo does hit hard, but let's just face it, Brock Lesnar, we could say he doesn't have any punching power, but truth is, you get hit by a guy that big, I don't care. It's going to hurt. If he lands it the right way, you're going to get knocked out. Brock Lesnar's a humongous dude. You know what I'm saying? You get hit by 1,000 pounds and you see, You know, if you're gonna go out, you know, look the way he's built like a refrigerator, a truck. You know, if that guy lands the right punch on your chin, you're getting knocked out. And the bad thing that could happen is that Kane goes in there and tries to pick Brock apart too early while Brock is too fresh, and Brock ends up landing one of those, you know, those punches that he likes doing. You know, and if he lands one of those big ham hocks to his chin, and if Kane happens to get rocked by that, I got news for you, man. It's not going to be like the Congo situation. Brock Lesnar is going to he's going to go in for the kill. If he sees he has Cain Velasquez hurt, he's going to rush up to him. He's going to try to double leg him. He's going to scoop him up off his feet, try to put him on the ground. He's going to try to beat his face in like he did Frank Mir, you know, by way of brutal ground and pound, TKO. Even though, you know, it's kind of hard for me to see that happen, it can happen. It's MMA, it's anything. Brock Lesnar has a chance. To me, that's Brock Lesnar's only chance in winning this fight is to landing a heavy punch on Kane's chin and trying to finish him off. That's it. I don't see Brock Lesnar getting Kane. I don't see him like everybody else sees him out wrestling Cain Velasquez and putting him on the ground and beating him by ground and pound. I don't see that. Not a damn chance. He's not going to outwork Kane. It's not going to happen. If it does, something's not right. You know what I'm saying? Something's not right with the fight. You know what I'm saying? And people say that Brock Lesnar's a better wrestler than Kane because he's a Division I wrestler and you know, he a Division I champion. At that, you all know how I feel about that. I stated that in my last video. Look, fighters don't stay the same. You either get better or you get worse. And in Kane's situation, I definitely think he's gotten a lot better in wrestling. You know, my opinion right now, he's the best wrestler in MMA, hands down. You can argue with that all you want. To me, you would be a fool too. You know, Brock Lesnar's a good wrestler. You know, he's a great wrestler at that. But Randy Couture gave him problems at the old age that Randy Couture is. And people say that age is not a factor with Randy Couture. It's bullshit. You know, it may not be a big factor, but Randy Couture, he's a good fighter. You know, he's a great fighter. To me, Randy Couture, you know, he has good wrestling. You know what I'm saying? But for a guy like Brock to be a Division I champion and for him to be way bigger than Randy Couture, you know, he had some problems, you know, trying to get Randy Couture on the ground, and Randy Couture almost got him down at that, you know. So, and I don't want to take anything away from Randy Couture, but to me, in my opinion, Cain Velasquez is a much better wrestler than Randy Couture, and if you put them two in the cage together, he's gonna just demolish Randy Couture. He'll beat him up within seconds. I don't give a damn if you get mad about that or not. It's true, you know. So, I just pick, you know, you're not going to see Brock Lesnar go in there. I think with the thing that can happen in this fight is going to be a stalemate when it comes to wrestling. You're not going to see Cain Velasquez throwing Brock Lesnar around, and you're not going to see Brock Lesnar throwing Kane around. You're going to see a lot of clinching in this fight, and if Brock does get Kane down, he's not going to keep him down. He's going to get back up. And I believe that Kane's even going to get Brock down in this fight. You're going to see Brock on his back, you know, due to wrestling. But Brock's going to get back to his feet because he's way too big and strong for Kane to keep down. You know, but Kane's going to be all over Brock. Like white on rice, like flies on shit. He's going to be all over Brock. He's going to try to be so fast on Brock. But my thing is, if he goes in there and I just think he needs to, you know, utilize the clinch. I think he needs to clinch with Brock for about 2 rounds. You know, get him all, just work up a sweat. You know what I'm saying? Get him kind of tired. Don't let him be as fresh as he would be, you know, and try to strike with him while he's so fresh. You know, go in there, you know, and just make it a wrestling match. And Kane, he has great cardio. In about the second, third round, you say, okay, it's cool now. Now it's time for me to start working my striking. You know, I'm trying to pick Brock apart now. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to try my best to get a knockout, but if I can't, I'm going to try to take this to decision by outworking him, you know, leg kicking the shit out of him, picking apart with angles, hitting Brock, you know, with, you know, different kind of punches, you know, coming all over the place with punches in and out of the pocket, you know, just in it, you know, every now and then, you know, clinching with him, but just all out, just outworking Brock. And that's what I see. That's how I seen Cain Velasquez winning this fight. I don't really see Kane knocking him out, even though he can. You know what I'm saying? Anything can happen. But you know, Tex, I'm still not very fully convinced with Kane striking. Yes, he has some good striking, but it's not great. It's a bit overrated. You know, people seen him knock out Nogueira, and I give him props. I give him credit. He knocked out a legend, but let's just face it, Nogueira's chin is not really what it used to be anyways. You know, he's taken so much abuse over the years. You know, sooner or later, you take that much abuse, your chin is going to go. You know, like Chuck Liddell. Chuck Liddell used to have a great chin. His chin doesn't even exist anymore. And obviously, Nogueira, his chin is not as bad as Chuck's yet, but it's on its way of getting there. That's why he's taking so much time off, because he's trying to recuperate. His body needs some rest, but I don't think it ever will be the same. You know, he's taken so much punishment, so many beatings over the years that who knows what could happen, you know. But like I say, had that fight would have went to the ground, it might have been a different story. Although I do think Kane still would have pulled out the victory. You know, to me, Kane is just an animal. But it was a surprise. Nobody expected Kane to go in there and try to knock Nogueira out and get the knockout that he did. You know, but like I say, Kane's been rocked. He's been rocked by Congo, and if Brock Lesnar, if he gets a chance, a clear shot to hit him, I know a lot of people are not expecting it, but you know Brock Lesnar does throw punches sometimes. He does try to stand, and if Brock Lesnar throws a punch and he connects with Kane, and Kane gets rocked, it's not going to be the same thing with Congo. Brock Lesnar is going to try to finish him immediately. So hopefully something like that doesn't happen. I'm rooting for Kane. I think Kane's going to win this fight. Like I say, Kane, he should go in there, which I believe he will, go in there and try to, you know, make it a wrestling match first. And I think it's going to be sort of a stalemate. But I think at one point in time, like I said, both of these guys are going to get each other on the ground. And but nobody's just going to just really just throw each other around. It's not going to happen. These guys are way too good at wrestling. But had Brock been Kane's size, I will say this. If Brock was the same size as Kane, smaller, okay, if Brock weighed 230 pounds, 240 pounds, Cain Velasquez would demolish Brock Lesnar. End of story. But Brock Lesnar weighs 265, 270 pounds. He weighs in at 265. I'm pretty sure he comes to the fight about 280. Yeah, he weighs in at 265. I'm pretty sure he comes to the fight about 275, 280. Okay, he's just naturally a way bigger guy than Kane, you know. But that's never been an issue for Kane in the past. You know, Kane has always beat up way bigger guys, but he's not going to be able to throw Brock around like he did Ben Rothwell, like he did Congo, and every other fighter that he's just totally just beat the fuck out of. He's not going to be able to do that to Brock, but I do believe he's going to be able to outclass Brock, but he has to play it smart. He cannot go in there and try to outstrike Brock. I mean, he can do that, but you know he put himself at risk at getting tagged by something early in the rounds. I think he should try to wear Brock out. We've never seen Brock go to the 4th or 5th round. I think he should try to rock Brock out, even though Brock has good cardio so far. But I don't think his cardio will be that good in like the 4th or 5th round. So I think Kane should try to drag it, you know, out as late as he can, and then go to his striking, try to pick Brock apart, try to get a TKO, knockout. If not, just get a decision. Right there, you made history right there. You got a new heavyweight champion of the world. So big ups to both of these guys. Good luck to them. Hopefully both these guys do a great job, and agree, disagree, whatever. I really don't give a damn. I mean, I just hope everybody enjoys the videos. You know, hey, you got your opinion, I got mine. Let's just be respectful. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, until next time, peace.